Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Hashfi Hol Ramadan. My number student 2024 32071. In this video, I will you through an interactive educational website that I built from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This project aims to educate users on the core difference between three major digital image formats: GPG, PNG, and SVG. I will be explaining the educational content, the HTML structure, the CSS style, the JavaScript logic, and finally showcasing the live preview of the website. Before looking at the technical source code, let us understand the educational article displayed here on the homepage. Choosing the correct image format is crucial in multimedia because it directly impacts visual quality, transparency, support, and website loading speeds. First, we have a GPG or JPEG, which stands for Joint Photographic Expert Group. This raster-based format that utilizes lossy compressions. This means it shrinks file size by permanently discarding certain color data that the human eye cannot easily notice. It is the absolute best choice for the real world photography and complex gradient because it handles millions of color efficiently. Second, we have the PNG or portable network graphic. Unlike GPG, PNG use lossless compressions, meaning the image returns perfect quality no matter how many times you save it. Crucial, PNG support an alpha channel which allow for transparent background. This makes it perfect for web UI graphic, logos, and uh, illustrations that need to sit seamlessly on top of color background. Third, we have SVG of scalable vector graphic. This is a fundamental different because it is vector based, not pixel based. It is written using mathematical formula in XML code. Because of this, an SVG image can scale up infinitely to a giant billboard or down to tiny icon without ever becoming pixel or a blur. It also has an incredible tiny file size, making it essential for modern responsive web design. Okay, now let's break down how this web is built structurally. I choose to implement this single page application, meaning all content lives inside one single index or my project.html file, and we use JavaScript to swap views. Starting at the top of the body, we have the header tag containing our main title edukasi format gambar. Directly underneath, we have the nav navigation bar. It contains an unordered list UL with four anchor links A. Each link points to a unique anchor ID: home, PNG, GPG, and SVG. Notice that I've attached an unclick even listener to each link. This trigger a custom JavaScript function called showPage to handle the tab switching seamlessly. Moving into the main wrapper, you will see four distinct sections text. Each section has a unique ID corresponding to our navigations. Inside each of the PNG, GPG, and CFG sections, I implement a div element with the class name card. Inside this card, we have the descriptive text button, the where's but yeah, here this container with a class of the toggle strip button to show or hide image, and a hidden div container with the class image container. For the PNG, the image source point to the water splash image, and for the JPG page, it points to the photo of the child eating ice cream. For the SVG page, instead of link an external file, I have embedded an inline SVG directly into the code. Here, this SVG uses geometric elements like polygon, circle, and rect to draw a custom ice cream in icon programmatically. Okay, we move to up. Here, as a note, Nimstaden, I designed the CSS layout with a distinct dominant red theme. To keep my code clean and maintainable, I define CSS custom properties or variable inside the root pseudo class. I set primary red to a bright crimson tone D32F2F used for primary buttons, border, and active link. I define dark red as B71C1C for the footer and hover states, and light red BG as a very soft thin FFF5F5 to give our content cards a warm thematic background. For the structure layout, the navigation use display flags, uh, navigation flags with the justify content. Here, crucially look at the sections selector. By default is a property I set to display none. This ensures that when the page loads, all sections are hidden from sight. Only the section that reaches the active class modifier will switch to display block and become visible. Similarly, the image container has a default state the display none, so that the image stay completely hidden until the user wait. Until the user explicitly requests to see them by clicking the button. At the bottom, here, I added a media query media mixed with 600px to turn the horizontal navigation into a vertical stack on mobile device, ensuring full responsive. Okay, we go down to the script. The first functions is show page ID. When a user click a navigation link, this function fires it use the command that query selector all main sections to loop through every single sections on the website and strip away their active class. Then I target the exact session ID, pass into the parameter, and adds the active class back to it, forcing into the display on the screen. It does the exact same loop for the navigation link, ensuring the red highlight move to the currently select tab. And the second function handles the show and hide requirement toggle image container ID button. When a user clicks the button inside any image card, this function is captured the target container ID and the button object itself. It checks the current compute CSS display style of the target container. If the style is none, it changes the container's display property to block to reveal the image, and simultaneously update the inner text of the button to say sembunyikan gambar. If the container is already visible, it reverts the display properly back to none to hide it, and update the button text back to its default state, which is the tampilkan gambar. Okay, that's my explanation about my project. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.